as appear to be reasonable taking into consideration the relevant factors. Difference in dates of supply, yes, this is about goods, it is very relevant. Difference in commercial levels and quantity levels. So how much quantity you have purchased of goods, to whom you have sold the goods, it is sold to a wholesaler, retailer, sole selling agent, distributor. These are various items that it's very difficult to arrive at a value. And what will happen is, if the department intends to reject your transaction value, which we have, there is a procedure for rejection of transaction value, it will reject it, then he has to give the reason under Rule 4 or under Rule 5 or under Rule 6, which rule he wants to apply to redetermine the value. If he wants to go under Rule 4, he will have to say how the value which is proposing complies with all these criteria. वो तो possible नहीं होगा उसके लिए. Show cause notice will fail on this basis only, on that basis. And therefore, this rule you don't have much tension. Hence, we will come to, once Rule 4 is rejected, we will come to Rule 5. And that is the most common rule which will be applied in our cases. If the value cannot be determined under Rule 4, it shall be based on computed value, which shall include the following: cost of production, manufacture or processing of goods, or cost of provision of service. Today, when you transfer the goods in an excise duty from one factory to another factory, the value is to be determined based on the cost of production plus 10% profit. We call this cost plus profit. And the Cost Accounting Institute has published cost accounting standard. In short, it is known as CS4. Cost, like we have published AS18, AS14 like this. So there is a standard, cost accounting standard 4 for determination of cost of manufacture plus profit. Possibly, that is under Rule 8 of the valuation rule. Possibly, you will have some more cost accounting standard for the determination of value of supply under Rule 5. That will be the basis for the purpose of determining the value of the supplies. Cost of production can be determined because we know what ingredients are going in, what ingredients are coming in, overheads and other things. But cost of service to determine is very tedious task. For as an example, if you take it, in banking industry, you are asked to determine what is the cost of demand draft being issued, or what is the cost of remittance being given, per remittance being given. It is very, very difficult to determine such transactions cost. And therefore, possibly you will have some kind of cost accounting standard the institute will have to appoint. Otherwise, the valuation of these transactions will always be a matter of litigation. We have faced these problems in excise right from 75 onwards. And now if they don't have any, after the CS4 was announced, that the litigations in this has reduced substantially. But now in this, if they don't have this similar cost accounting standard for determination of services value, we will face this lot of problem using and thus. And the value cannot be determined, then naturally the value has to be determined based on the best judgment. We have this best justice assessment in all the accounts. Rejection of value. The law also lays down the manner in which the value is to be rejected. It can't be arbitrarily rejected. It provides that if the proper officer has reason to doubt the truth or accuracy of the value declared in relation to any goods or services, he may ask the supplier to furnish further information. So it is not that straight away he can go and reject it. He will have to first tell him, you now substantiate on what basis you say that this price charged by you is at arm's length price. So in our example we gave it that if in Indian hotels some employees of Tisco goes and stays and he is charged 10,000 rupees as against 15,000 rupees. So they will write to the Indian hotels and say this amount, there is a price variation, please substantiate that the price is not influenced by the relationship. The hotel can give the contract of other companies to say that all other who have promised me 200 nights have got the similar discount. That will substantiate, the document will substantiate that the price has not been influenced. So first he will, before rejection of the 10,000 rupees, he will have to draft this letter and then determine based on those transactions whether the price is correct or incorrect. The reason to doubt the truth or accuracy of the value of such, these are reasons why he can doubt the accuracy of this thing. Then what happens is, if proper officer is not satisfied with your explanation, then he shall intimate the supplier in writing the grounds for doubting the truth or accuracy of the value declared in relation to supplier goods or services. That's why I said, if he rejects your transaction value in rule 3, then he must say rule 4, 5 or 6, which rule he wants to apply. And on what basis he will apply the rule 4, 5 or 6. Means the determination of value based on similar kind of goods or services, or cost of production, or best judgment. Whatever he wants to say, it has to come in writing on this basis. And once he charges you that, then you have to reply properly on this thing.
So, excuse me, in diamond industry, once we are selling the goods like 1 lakh per carat, and sometimes businessman comes to us and he says, this is our rejected stock. Rejected stock.
Rejected
stock. And at that time they will say, no, it is only 10,000 rupees per carat. And we have to take the value in our books of income. So what will be the position in GST at that time? Because rejection is there.
You have sold the goods at say 2 lakh rupees.
So while manufacturing also, we have the rejected stock.
You have rejected stock.
Yeah, rough diamond they are polishing this. There will be some rejection also. That value, how will it drive the value at it?
No, value will always be a transaction value.
It will be a market value then?
No, there is no. See, in such cases, the value of items which are dependent on fashion, design, and your diamond-like item, size, it all depends on a transaction to transaction. Now you have same shirt and pant, but in a different design, different color, in a different type of shape and size, you can charge higher amount. But otherwise you can't charge lower amount. The fashion changes every time. The person at the time, relevant time, will pay you higher amount, but otherwise he will not pay you lower. When the fashion goes away, it doesn't pay you lower, that much amount. So in diamond, it depends on the carat and all that. So somebody has to estimate that carat and see how much shining is there and other factors are there. So these are not industrial product which is dependent on the content. These are consumer product which is more dependent on aesthetic value which it carries. The diamond अगर वो कोई लेडी पहन के अपनी बोलती है बहुत अच्छा है, तो the value increases. बोलती है अच्छा नहीं है.
Present practices, they are taking the valuation from the valuing authority, and on that
will continue. The valuing authority will continue. If there is a separate valuing authority, then naturally it will continue.
Sir, in various retail chains, we get reward points for purchasing goods up to a specified limit or after a specified limit. So shall we?
What is that?
In various retail chains, we get some reward points which can be adjusted with subsequent purchases. So those reward points should be treated as trade discount, post-supply discount, or shall
So you are giving the reward point immediately.
No, we can redeem it in subsequent purchases.
See, you agree to give the reward point immediately,
Okay.
isn't it? So he purchases 10,000 rupees, you give him 100 points immediately. If you can value those 100 points, a reduction in the cost of that supply.
No, for that supply or for the subsequent?
For that supply only. The contract is that subsequent one is utilization of that point.
Okay, so we should adjust it against the cost.
Same supply, it will be the very supply which you have made. Ultimately, second time what it does is the utilization.
But he may utilize, he may not utilize those.
That's immaterial.
He may lapse also.
No, that's immaterial. That's why we said, आपने 1000 का नोट घर में रखे तभी यूज नहीं होंगे. That's immaterial, but that you have agreed. It's a contract is what? Contract is that you have agreed to give 100 rupees, whatever the value, 100 points, the value is 200 rupiah hai. You have agreed to give him. Now he will be able to encash it only when it is comes back to purchase again. What are the conditions are there?
Entitlement is immediate.
Entitlement is immediate. That's a contract with him. When he comes, you are obliged to give. If it does not come, very good. You will write back. Now let us see when valuation write back what they are doing on this value.
But how to value those points?
You must be giving, see 100 points may equal to something you must be giving, no? खाली point तो नहीं देते, उसका कोई price होगा point का कि भाई 100 point है तो मैं ये चीज दूंगा, 200 point है तो ये चीज दूंगा, ऐसा कुछ तो होगा.
So when that is sold, that GST will
That means GST.
that time GST.
That time GST will be paid.
So at the time of subsequent purchases, that if I'm utilizing that points, then I will be purchasing that future products at less price.
No. Future product will purchase at the price equivalent to the value of points.
Sir, I'm just giving one case wherein if I'm having that points, I can utilize it against the payment. So if the
That's what I'm saying. You value that point. Suppose you have 1000 points.
Yeah.
How much you can reduce? 10,000 rupees. Assuming you can reduce 10,000 rupees.
Yeah.
Now that is a matter of payment. It doesn't reduce the value of supply.
Yes.
So you were required to pay some 1 lakh rupees purchases. You paid 90,000 cash and 10,000 rupees
Points.
points. So that 1 lakh rupees is a supply value.
Supply value. Okay. So
It's a matter of payment which you reduce. You have earned the 10,000 rupees at the first purchase.
First purchase.
So therefore I am saying the first purchase value will reduce.
It's just a matter of payment.
But sir, but the compliance cost for tracking down, somebody has those reward points and somebody doesn't have. So for the same product, there will be two types of pricing. So how would
It's
we
not
track?
pricing, sir. It's not pricing. It's a manner of payment. As I gave the example, 1 lakh rupees you are purchasing, 90,000 you are paying by cash, 10,000 you are paying by the points. You have that point, you have paid it. Where is the reduction in the second supply? There is no reduction in second supply at all. First supply, the value is reduced because you became entitled, your liability is there. And you must be recording in the books of account also the liability is created. Most of the auditors insist that so much is the point live, you make the liability equal to their payment. Most of the auditors.
Provided to the employee. In hotel industry,
Same applies.
how to value it? Because this is the value card of it, because they are not
So
allowed.
value you are putting equivalent, no? See, if you have 1000 points, right? You will have some value assigned to it. That is the amount you will reduce.
No, I am talking, my query is different, sir.
Huh?
In a hotel industry, lunch and dinner is provided free to the staff. In that situation,
That's a perquisite. That's not the supply. Employer and employee supply. He gets it because of the employee. He gets it. That's a perquisite salary payment. It's a part of the salary.
no, because last time during this audit, service tax audit, they insisted that valuation, particularly VAT, they tried to levy VAT on it. So in that context, I am asking.
No, I am not agreeing to the fact that you don't pay either VAT or service tax.
So VAT, it was VAT.
No, either way it is not paid. The department can take any objection, sir. We can't prevent department from taking any objection. So in this there is a procedure laid down for rejecting the value, and you will get the show cause notice for rejection of value and payment of differential tax demand on that basis. You have to contest the show cause notice. Then next is the pure agent. This concept is there for service tax also, and same identical wording is there in the pure agency. There is no change in the wording at all in the pure agency on this basis. So it's very difficult to comply with pure agency agreement. The conditions which are enumerated therein, there should be a contract, there should be an obligation to do this thing, are too many. And therefore, normally we don't advise the client that you take it on pure agency, reduction in pure agency basis. One thing we must remember is that if you are taking a reduction in the on the value based on the pure agency, you must tell your pure agent to give your registration number in the invoice. For example, custom house agent. Custom house agent incurs so many expenses on behalf of the principal. He pays duty, he pays the terminal handling charges, he pays the loading, unloading charges, so many items. Now in case of terminal handling charges, the port charges them, the port raises an invoice on CHA. In that invoice, CHA must ask port authorities to indicate the registration number of the principal. Otherwise, when the port authority will upload the invoice in the portal, the credit will flow into the system of the CHA and not the port authority, the principal. And once it comes, the credit comes, he has to perforce add that amount into the value of services, because he has to knock off the credit. Now when you take pure agency agreement, you must be very careful on those affairs in this thing. I think that finishes the valuation aspect of the section 15 and related this thing. The other one I have no time to do that on transition. Similar provisions are there in transition ones also. There is nothing new about that. Thank you very much for patiently listening.